The perennial debate between free will and fate has been a cornerstone of philosophical and spiritual discourse for centuries. At the heart of this inquiry lies a profound question. Are our lives governed by predetermined forces, or do we possess the autonomy to shape our destinies? We will explore the interplay between free will and fate through a spiritual lens, integrating the law of cause and effect, and examining how righteousness and the pursuit of higher desires can elevate us beyond the deterministic storm of creation. The duality of free will and fate. Human existence is a tapestry woven from the threads of fate and the choices we make. Fate can be understood as the predetermined framework of our lives, the circumstances, events, and conditions that we encounter. Free will, in contrast, is our capacity to choose our responses and actions within this framework. This duality suggests that while we may not have control over every aspect of our lives, we do have the agency to influence our paths through our decisions. Philosophically, this interplay invites us to consider the extent of our autonomy. Are we mere puppets in the hands of an indifferent fate, or are we co-creators of our reality? The law of cause and effect, or karma, offers a compelling perspective, positing that every action has a corresponding reaction. Our present circumstances are thus the cumulative result of past actions, and our future is shaped by the choices we make today. The law of cause and effect. The principle of cause and effect underscores the importance of personal responsibility in our lives. It suggests that while we may be subject to certain predetermined conditions, our actions and intentions have a profound impact on our experiences. From a spiritual standpoint, this law is not punitive, but educational, guiding us towards greater awareness and growth. As the saying goes, we reap what we sow. The recognition of cause and effect compels us to act with mindfulness and intention. It empowers us to see beyond the immediate consequences of our actions, understanding that each choice sets into motion a chain of events that shape our reality. This perspective fosters a sense of accountability, urging us to align our actions with our highest values and aspirations. The lower nature of man. The lower nature of man is often driven by ego, materialism, and base desires. It is characterized by selfishness, greed, anger, and fear. These traits are remnants of our primal instincts, which were necessary for survival but often lead to undesired effects and suffering in modern life. When we operate from our lower nature, we are more likely to act impulsively, making decisions based on immediate gratification rather than long-term benefits. Seek external validation, prioritizing others' approval over self-fulfillment and authenticity. Engage in conflict, reacting defensively or aggressively in interactions, leading to strained relationships. Experience fear and anxiety. Worrying about scarcity, failure, and loss, which perpetuates a cycle of stress and dissatisfaction. These behaviors create a ripple effect of negativity, causing harm to ourselves and others. They bind us to the deterministic forces of creation, where we are tossed about by circumstances rather than steering our own course. The source of many of our problems lies within ourselves in these lower tendencies and traits. True change comes from within. We cannot complain against circumstances because both the problem and the solution lie within us. Once we accept that reality is created from our inner beliefs, thoughts, and actions, external circumstances lose their power over us. Building resilience through strength and character. To rise above the limitations imposed by our lower nature, we must build resilience through strength and character. This involves developing virtues such as patience, discipline, integrity, and compassion. By cultivating these qualities, we strengthen our ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom. Patience, learning to wait for the right moment and not act impulsively. Discipline, committing to actions and habits that align with our higher goals. Integrity, being honest and consistent in our values and actions. Compassion, understanding and empathizing with others, fostering harmonious relationships. Resilience is not just about enduring hardships, but about transforming them into opportunities for growth. It is the capacity to remain steadfast and true to our principles, even when faced with adversity. Central to the spiritual path is the law of love, which calls for unconditional love, kindness, and respect towards all beings. This law is a guiding principle that, when followed, leads to a harmonious and fulfilling life. However, when we violate the law of love through actions rooted in selfishness, hatred, or indifference, we create a disharmonious future for ourselves and others. Violations of the law of love include selfishness, which is prioritizing personal gain over the well-being of others; hatred, which is harboring negative feelings that lead to destructive actions; and indifference, which is ignoring the needs and suffering of others. These violations disrupt the natural order and harmony of the universe, resulting in negative repercussions. By aligning our actions with the law of love, we not only create beauty in our own lives, but also contribute to the well-being of the greater whole. To rise above our lower nature, we must embrace our highest self, the aspect of our being that is aligned with wisdom, compassion, and selflessness. This involves cultivating higher desires and engaging in practices that elevate our consciousness. By doing so, we can transform our reality through proper actions and thoughts. The purpose of destiny is our highest good. It involves all the lessons we need to grow wiser and stronger. Embracing righteousness in thoughts and actions is about understanding these lessons before they manifest as challenges in our lives. By doing so, we can avoid the roughness of the wheel of life and karma, navigating our journey with greater ease and harmony. Cultivating self-awareness, understanding our thoughts, emotions, and motivations allows us to recognize when we are operating from our lower nature. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and journaling, can help increase self-awareness. Embracing compassion and empathy, shifting our focus from self-centered desires to the well-being of others, fosters a sense of interconnectedness and reduces suffering. Acts of kindness and service can nurture these qualities. Seeking wisdom, pursuing knowledge and spiritual understanding helps us make informed, thoughtful decisions. Engaging with philosophical texts, spiritual teachings, and reflective practices can guide us towards higher wisdom. Practicing gratitude, focusing on the positives in our lives, shifts our mindset from scarcity to abundance, reducing fear and anxiety. Regular gratitude exercises can reinforce this perspective. True freedom arises when we harmonize our free will with the principles of righteousness and higher desires. This state of spiritual awareness allows us to transcend the deterministic forces that govern our lower nature. It is a journey towards inner peace, empowerment, and detachment, a state where we engage with the world without being overwhelmed by it. Spiritual freedom is characterized by inner peace, a deep sense of tranquility that remains undisturbed by external circumstances. Empowerment, the confidence to make choices that reflect our highest values and aspirations. And detachment, the ability to engage fully with life while remaining unattached to specific outcomes. In this state, we become proactive creators of our destiny, guided by wisdom and compassion. We recognize that while we cannot control every event, we can choose our responses and actions, thereby influencing our path and outcomes. By staying away from fear and embracing unconditional love, we can create beauty through right actions and uplift our spirits. The philosophical inquiry into free will and fate reveals a nuanced understanding of human existence. Through the lens of spirituality and the law of cause and effect, we see that while fate provides the framework, free will offers the canvas on which we paint our lives. By embracing righteousness and rising to higher desires, we transcend the deterministic forces of creation and experience true freedom. In the dance between free will and fate, we find the opportunity to align our choices with our highest aspirations. This alignment not only brings harmony and joy, but also empowers us to live a life of profound spiritual fulfillment. As we navigate this journey, let us remember that true freedom lies not in the absence of challenges, but in our ability to choose wisely and live in accordance with our divine potential. By recognizing that we reap what we sow and making choices rooted in love and righteousness, we can create a life of beauty, purpose, and boundless joy. Rising above our lower nature, we morph reality into a beautiful one, characterized by harmony and fulfillment. The purpose of destiny is our highest good, involving all the lessons to grow wiser and stronger. Embracing righteousness in thoughts and actions allows us to understand these lessons before they manifest, helping us avoid the roughness of the wheel of life and karma. True change comes from within. External circumstances do not matter once we accept that reality is created from our inner beliefs, thoughts, and actions.